Nasty story coming up. Question: is Obamacare now doubling as a Democratic voter registration drive? The online draft application for universal health care coverage includes asking the applicant if he or she wants to register to vote. But get this, it's also offered on every application for public assistance. I didn't know this. Let me guess. If you're applying for food stamps or welfare or Obamacare, are you really going to register to vote as a Republican? I don't know. Joining us now, Louisiana Republican Congressman Charles Boustany. He joins us now to share his concerns about this policy. Kristen Guy is still with us. Mr. Boustany, I believe you uncovered this, and I want to ask you, what is up with this? Did anybody understand that this was in the Obamacare bill?
Well, this is, first of all, it's not in the health care law itself. The statutory language includes nothing directing that type of questioning. I think it's completely inappropriate. And this is not the first time Secretary Sebelius has tried to do something like this, where she mixes political activity with actual official work. She's already been reprimanded for violating the Hatch Act on one previous occasion. It's completely inappropriate to have that kind of question in this application.
Is voter registration, I don't even know what precisely the question is, but in order to become eligible for these insurance markets, do you have to actually put down something on voter registration, either asking one, or worse, you have to put down your party affiliation?
No. I mean, voter registration, designating your party registration is not necessary to fill out any of these applications, and it's inappropriate and going well beyond the scope of what's required in the health care law. So I really have to call into question this, and we're going to stay on it, because I think Secretary Sebelius and HHS, whoever wrote this draft, are completely out of line with this.
Well, so let me just get this right. You go in there, and apparently it's not just Obamacare. You correct me if I'm wrong, sir. Voters can register with a driver's license, okay. But if they apply for Medicaid, food stamps, or any other public assistance, they either can or have to put down some kind of voter registration. Now, to me, the incumbent president or the incumbent party is the clear winner, because they're the one offering the public assistance. I mean, Republicans have opposed all this stuff. So to me, that is totally political. It reminds me of here in New York, when the immigrants came off the ships, the old Tammany Hall would be there signing them up for the Democratic Party. That's what this sounds like.
Well, that's what it sounds like to me, and I will say this. There has to be a clear wall of separation between political activity and using taxpayer dollars for these applications and for this official type of work. And to put this type of questioning in there creates a kind of linkage, and it does favor the incumbent, and I don't think that's correct. I think that's a misuse of taxpayer dollars. I think it's a violation of the Hatch Act, in effect. And so we're going to continue to stay on this issue, not only with this draft application, but I'll talk to my colleagues in the House about some of these other areas where that kind of crossing the line is occurring.
Food stamps, Medicaid, any public assistance. Guy Benson, you got a thought on this? You have a question for the congressman?
Well, my thought, Congressman, they're saying maybe this is a secret plan to register Democrat voters. I would argue that Obamacare was a not-so-secret, massive Republican registration drive in 2010 and will be again next year when people start realizing what's in this bill and it collapses on the launch pad. Do you agree?
Oh, this bill is a disaster. It's a massive tax hike. I had a hearing on this recently looking at some of the Obamacare taxes and how onerous they are, whether it's the device tax or the 3.8% tax on net new investment with a very low threshold. This is a massive tax hike on the American people, and as a physician who understands health care, I can tell you it's a disaster for patient care.
Is this bribing voters, Chris? Just to be blunt about this. Is this voter bribery? I give you food stamps, you registered Democrat. I give you welfare, you registered Democrat. I give you Obamacare, you registered Democrat. Bribes?
Do you think the Democrats' problem with registering more voters than Republicans?
And handing out government assistance from taxpayers? I have a problem with that.
I mean, it's the whole idea, this idea that somehow Republicans are at a disadvantage. Last time I checked, the president's health care plan does not say that only Democrats get health care. There are uninsured Republicans that are going to be insured because of the president's health care plan.
Only Democrats voted for it.
Oh, I'm not sure that's going to be the case after it goes into effect.
I got to get it here. Congressman Charles Boustany, thank you, sir, for uncovering this. Chris Kofinas and Guy Benson, you've been terrific as always. Not a controversy we couldn't solve. That's it for this evening's show. I'm Larry Kudlow. As always, thanks for watching. We will see you tomorrow night.